The natural walk is the slowest gait of a horse. It has 4 even beats that you can count out. While at the walk, there are always at least 2 feet on the ground at one time. She has a loose rein and is walking at her own pace. The transition from the natural to extended walk is clear. The tempo is one element that never changes at the walk. She uses the full range of motion in her shoulders to swing her legs and extend farther, therefore the length of her stride increases, but the tempo never changes. You can see as Annie transitions from an extended walk to a collected walk. Clearly, the strides get shorter and more collected rather than the lengthy stride of an extended walk. I shorten my reins to get her supple and moving off of my seat and my leg. I encourage her to move forward with my leg, but keep her contained with my reins. She is much more balanced in a collected walk because I am much more active and she is more handy and responsive when collected. The tempo also remains consistent. The natural trot is a 2-beat stride where the horse switches from one pair of diagonal legs to the next. The diagonal legs are in unison at all times. There is a split second where the right front and the right hind should be touching the ground at the same time as she springs from diagonal to diagonal, and vice versa. Although it may appear that the tempo has changed to move faster in an extended trot, it has not. All that has changed is the length of the stride that she is taking. I encourage her forward with my leg as she uses her full range of motion to extend her stride length. I have to make sure that I do not push her past her point of balance, otherwise she is at risk of taking quick, short, and choppy strides rather than extended strides. I ask Annie to be more attentive as I switch to a nice, supple, collected trot. She is now bending at the pole, and her stride length becomes shorter and more collected. It is much easier for her to stay balanced in a collected, controlled trot. The collected canter is more lofty and easier to control. She is more soft in my hands, and her 3-beat stride is shorter when it's collected. You can see a slight bend at the pole and a steady tempo as she canters while she is collected. The canter is a 3-beat gait of the horse. There is a point in time while cantering that all 4 legs should be off of the ground, suspended in the air. In the natural canter, Annie is free to move forward at a nice pace, and she is careful to stay at a steady pace and not push herself past her point of balance. The transition from the collected canter to the extended canter is obvious when you look at her legs. The length of her stride increases so she covers more ground. The tempo, again, remains consistent, and it is more work to keep her balanced when she is at an extended canter.